Guys, I am back. I'm just going to bear with me so that I can set up the camera properly at the right area so that you guys can see what I am doing here. So when I left you guys off earlier, we had just finished this little avocado drawing and I said, oh, I really want to color this guy in. So before I continue drawing, I am going to color him in just because it makes such a difference when you see these little guys colored in. So much cuter. And if you missed the first part of the video, I was explaining that I have been sick all week. So that's why my voice is a little bit weird right now. I apologize for that. So pardon me. And if ever you feel that I'm breathing a little hard or something like that, I really apologize in advance. I'm just sick, as I said. So thanks for your patience and your kindness. I want to mention, if you have seen my video descriptions, I say that every subscriber gets a free surprise gift. That is absolutely true, not a hoax. Every single person who subscribes to my channel will get a gift. And I also hold a monthly drawing. So in these monthly drawings, I give away really cool prizes. So sometimes it's like marker kits, some art kits, it can be painting supplies, it can be encaustic materials. If any of you have seen my encaustic videos, that is what I do in my life. I am an encaustic artist, and encaustic art is basically people who do paintings but with wax. So if you have not checked it out, you should. It is a really fun form of art. It's really relaxing to work with the waxes. It is a little messy though, so you need a studio or someplace that you don't mind really screwing up to be able to do encaustics. But anyways, in my contests, I give away sometimes encaustic materials. I give away original artwork that is signed. So sometimes it can be like a small painting that is signed by me. It can be a drawing, so whatever drawings that you see on these YouTube videos will be drawn monthly. So it's really just all you have to do is go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win this drawing. Now, yeah, I don't know what else I wanted to say to or add to that, but you should just go ahead and subscribe. It's definitely worth it. And once a month, I send my free gifts. So you will be notified. Don't worry. You don't have to look out for it or anything like that. But it is legit, and I really do give lots of stuff away monthly. So it is worth subscribing to my channel. And if you can go ahead and share that with your friends, any other art lovers, this really helps me out and to get more people following my YouTube channel. I haven't been doing this for very long, so you guys are really helping me get those views, those likes, those subscribers. So by sharing, you really help me out, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So as you can see, this is why I love these markers, because it really feels like you're using paintbrush. Colors are really nice. The kit comes with 48 markers. I put the link in the video description, so if ever you guys want to order the markers, you can go ahead. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've tried a lot of different brands, and some of them are just really overpriced for what they are. And I find that these King's Art markers are just, at the right price. They work really well. So I'm really satisfied with them. Otherwise, I would not recommend them to you guys. Before I started doing encaustic art, I was an acrylic artist. So at some point, I just tried encaustics and I fell in love and I stopped doing acrylics. But when I was doing acrylics, I did a lot of work for the DreamWorks Corporation. I did some interpretive artwork for a few movies, like the Bee Movie and Kung Fu Panda and things like that. So when you're winning my art, you're winning art from somebody who's been around for a while and should go up in value one day. You never know. You could be rich just from winning that original artwork. So you really want to subscribe to my channel. I know I'm annoying with that, but I need those subscribers. All right. The painting, the drawing's a little wet, so I hope that this isn't going to seep too much into the other colors. I'm gonna try to work as lightly as possible. Doing the contour now. I've been taking a lot of Advil to try to stay awake because this cold is really knocking me out. So I can see that it's making my hands a little shaky. I really apologize for that. Normally not such a mess. But I had promised I would be doing these live streaming videos so that you guys could follow along, because in the shorts, I know that with the accelerated tempo, it's hard to follow along. So that's why I've been doing this live streaming, so that you guys can actually have a speed that you're comfortable with to go ahead and follow. So this is our cute little avocado guy. So easy to do. Oh, wait. I am out of it today. I almost forgot. If ever I do forget something, or if there's something that you want to see, you want a different drawing, please leave it in the comments, because I will make those videos for you. So yes, this is our cute little avocado guy. Anybody can do it. I really hope you enjoyed. We did Pizza Man earlier that we're going to color a little later, but now I'm going to get back to drawing because I know a lot of you guys came here for that. So we've got a fresh sheet of paper. We're going to move all those markers. Got some fresh pencils, my trusty eraser. And our next drawing is going to be our little burger man. I was going to show you guys, but I think I'll let you wait for it. Okay. So our first step is going to be to make a sort of oval shape. If you've seen my drawing videos, sometimes I like to just move my hand around to get that shape, to get myself comfortable before I actually get to draw. And so you might want to do the same thing. It helps you not be shaky. And it's a good way to be able to make shapes without, sometimes when you try to go straight, you're kind of like, doing this. So when you get your hand movement going, it really helps. So that's our little top part. That's going to be the top of the hamburger bun, to which we're going to add the lettuce. So the lettuce is quite simple. Let me just give myself some little cues of where I want to go to. The lettuce is quite simple. All you do, just imagine you have like little pieces of lettuce hanging out of your burger. So you don't want them to be exactly equal, otherwise it wouldn't look realistic as far as a cartoon goes. And so please comment if you guys want me to do a shape and then just give you a couple of seconds before I continue. Let me know. I want to adjust these videos so that they're comfortable for you. Or if you feel like I talk too much, you can also say that as well. So just feel free to give me your suggestions. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our hamburger meat. So our hamburger meat is going to be starting like that. You want your hamburger patty. You can do this as thick as you want. So it can be a thick hamburger, or it can be a thin hamburger, however you like your burgers. This is going to be your drawing, not mine. So you do whatever you like. So that's our little hamburger patty. You want to round it out because the meat is never square, right? And you're going to have these little dots. Now we're going to put the cheese or some sort of a, I don't know, dressing maybe, like something kind of oozing out. Again, it can be whatever shape you want it to have. Could be cheese that's sort of melted. And now we have the bottom of the hamburger bun. Did you notice I'm just kind of like giving myself a place where to start? Now the bottom of the hamburger bun is always a little bit more square. It's not rounded like the top of the bun, right? So we're about good on here. Now we're going to give him his little ears. I feel like this might be a little bit too high, the bun. Maybe I could adjust it a little bit. I was feeling like it was maybe a tiny bit too high. It really doesn't matter because there are no rules in cartooning. So like my avocado, I like my little avocado guys to look fat. You could have a thin avocado, you can have a fat burger, you can have a thin burger. Really doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. So just to give myself an idea of where his face is, I'm giving myself these little guides just so that I can give myself an idea where I want to put his mouth, where I want to put his cheeks and his eyes, his ears. I'll put a guide here, a guide there, one here, one here. All right. Now I'm going to give him his little ears. I go from guide to guide. Like that. Now we're going to try to put his eyes. I'm going to give myself another little guide. I want the eyes to be there. So about mid-ear to there. So this is where the eye is going to go. So now I'm going to do my circle with my trick. when I'm comfortable, I go my final turn where I actually press down a little harder on my circle, and it helps me make those circles as round as possible. So that's pretty equal. As good as we're gonna get, guys. And now I'm gonna go from this guide to this guide for the little mouth. A little semicircle. You give him his little tongue. Just a little whoop, like that. We want him to have his little cheeks. The cheeks are centered around this guide. There we go. We're going to give it a little light reflection. I give the eyes the light reflection dots. So that's what makes them look cartoony or cute. Like that. Now I'm going to erase my guides. If you guys have an eraser pen, it is much better than what I am using right now, but I couldn't find mine today. So that's why I'm using this good old-fashioned eraser. However, it's not ideal because it's not precise. Just gonna remove this guy to get some of this off. Some guides in the eyes, right? And now we're gonna add some sesame seeds. Because it makes a lot more sense if our burger has sesame seeds. All right. Now we're going to color him in, and then you'll get to see how cute he's going to look. Let's see if this is a good bun color. Sometimes I just do a little swab test before I actually start coloring. A little bit too orange. Oh, that looks like it would be a good bun color. Okay, so we have our bun color. We'll use this orange yellow for the cheese, the black for the eyes, some lettuce, our hamburger meat. Let me test out this brown and see. Yeah, I guess that works. Or we could do, yeah, I think I like this color better. And we can make his little tongue and his cheeks this reddish color. Start with a meat. Again, if you guys want me to skip the coloring and just go straight to the next drawing, please let me know in comments. Not going to take too much of your time coloring, but I do like to do the coloring just because you get to see how cute they are when they're colored. It makes all the difference. Because when you see the pencil sketch, it's kind of like, oh, okay, not bad. But when you see it all colored, you're like, ooh, so cute. You can give these guys your own special touch to make them your own. And you can actually scan your drawings, turn them into a PDF, and then you can sell them on Amazon as coloring books. As long as you modify the drawings just a little bit to make them your own. You can do that, and then it can be print on demand coloring books. So you have absolutely no expenses at all. You don't have any print costs. And then when people order the book, it's printed, sent to them, and you get a nice little markup on these. And literally anybody can do these drawings. They're super cute. They're a lot of fun to do. You don't have to be a professional artist to do them. If you're a parent, you can teach your kids how to do it. If you're a teacher, you can teach your students how to do these. I find that drawing really helps you develop your creativity. And it gets us off of just watching a series on Netflix or whatever, which is good for our brain. Because sometimes I feel like we're in the movie Wall-E. If you guys have not seen it, super, super cute movie. But at some point you see everyone's just sitting there in a chair on their iPads, and then I think they get disconnected and everyone looks at each other and they haven't seen each other in years. And it just, when I watched that movie, I was like, geez, it kind of made me realize that we're kind of like that too, like we're not actually going out and seeing our friends. We're just like chatting with them through social media, spending so much time on our phones, and sometimes it's making us turn into little vegetables. Let's make the inside of his ears the same color as the burger. See how much cuter he is when he's colored? I mean, seriously, if I had not colored this, you would have missed this. This is the part where I kind of want to sing the song from Moana, You're Welcome, and then have everyone comment. Thanks for putting that in my head. Now it's stuck in my head all day. Now just saying it, I have the song in my head. If you haven't heard it, look it up. It's like one of those songs that will stick in your head all day. I have a horrible singing voice, so I won't start singing it, but I'm very tempted. Okay, so now we can start doing our outlines. Well, I can do the eyes first, and then I'll do the outlines. So satisfying using these pens. It's like my own personal ASMR. Just glide so well. And I've had these for really quite some time. And it's like they've never run out of ink. Oops. I couldn't really see what I was doing there because I'm trying not to block the video. All right, so 2 fails. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you're doing a live. Can't go back and fix anything or erase it. So I beg your forgiveness. And please pardon me for those 2 little hiccups on top. All right, we're almost done. I said I wouldn't take too long coloring this. And I feel like it's been a little while now. I'm sorry. Sesame seeds. Try to do those as fast as possible. All right, that's my little burger. So if you weren't here in the part of the video where I explain about my monthly contests for all sorts of cool art prizes, all you have to do is subscribe and you're going to be automatically entered to win those prizes. And so go ahead and subscribe. Also, everybody who subscribes to my channel does get a free prize, a free surprise gift. You will get that once a month. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. You will automatically receive it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that. So that was our cute little burger. And if you're part of the subscribers, you might actually win this drawing signed by me with my actual artist name, which is not Encaustic Artworks. Encaustic Artworks is just my channel name because I do a lot of encaustic demos as well, being an encaustic artist. But it will be signed Magali, which is my actual name. Okay, so our next tutorial is going to be the cute cactus tutorial. This is actually one of my favorites. I love doing this little guy so much. It's like mommy and baby cactus. So cute. Okay, super easy. You're gonna start off by doing your vase. So to do the vase, you want a line here, a line there, and you're just going to join them like that. You could do your vase straight as well. Doesn't have to be curvy. Let's do them straight. Sorry if you did the curvy line. Okay. You know, it would really help if I had a ruler. I'm just gonna go grab a ruler. There we go. we have a ruler, we can go ahead and be sure that all of our lines are perpendicular. So you have a line here, and you're going to do one that's a little longer on top. Okay. It's not going to be this long. I just wanted it to have a little bit of an edge from this guy. Like that. If you're just joining us now, please subscribe to my channel. As I was saying earlier, I'll do lots of contests for cool art prizes. I give everybody a free gift who subscribes to my channel. So please, please, please subscribe right now and you'll be automatically entered. Okay, so we're going to do baby cactus now. All you got to do is, I like for him to have a fat little head. Just a thing like that. Okay. And now we're going to do mommy cactus or daddy cactus, but it kind of looks like a mommy. So let's color mommy cactus. And we're going to have one going like this from there. You actually have a lot of space here. I could even put another baby cactus if I really wanted to. Could have centered these or made her a little thicker. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make her a little thicker because I feel like I don't like all that empty space there. Okay, so now that you have your two cactuses, you're going to do their little arms. So mommy has an arm like this, just a little whoop, like that. And baby cactus has his little arm like this, a little whoop. And since he's in front of his mommy, he's going to have another little arm here, like this. All right. Pretty simple so far, right? We're going to give him his little baby bangs, like that. And we're going to give mommy a flower. Like that. And now, no, actually, I feel like her arm is probably should be showing a little bit here. I don't like this line showing here. Okay. Now, just gonna give myself my little guides for the eyes. I want my eyes to be about this big for the vase. Okay, good. Gonna give ourselves the guide for mommy cactus as well for her eyes. Baby cactus as well. Okay. And now we're going to start doing our little eyes. If you watch my other tutorials, you know that I like to give myself a head start by making a circular motion with my hands before I start drawing, because it helps me make a circle. And then when I feel like my circle is the best, or the shape feels about right, I start pressing down. And it helps me make not a bad circle, but much better than if I were to try to freehand a circle right away. I know some artists can freehand a perfect circle, but not my case. No matter how many years I've been doing this, I still have trouble with that. All right, so we've got our little circles. We're going to be able to do our smile. And the cheeks are going to start in the middle of this guide. The middle of the cheek is going to be in the middle at the guide. You get it. Little cheeks give them the personality. It makes them look cute and innocent. All right. Now we're going to do this little guy's eyes. I want them to line up with the bottom of the face here. Around one circle. There we go. Let me know if this trick worked for you, the making the circular motions with your hands, or if you just found it annoying to watch in my videos. His little mouth. And he's gonna have his little cheeks as well. Now we're gonna do our little light reflections in our eyes. Right now it just makes him look like he's cross-eyed, but definitely not the case. Like that. I actually feel like this little guy could actually be looking up at his mom. It feels like it would be a little bit more natural. So we're just going to start over his lines. I'm sorry if you already copied me. Let's give him one like that. Let's make it even bigger. I actually like that better for him. Okay, and then at the end, we're going to do our little cactus spikes. Once in a while, you want to put one just by himself. Okay, now we're going to erase all of our guides. And this time I'm going to really try to hurry up with the coloring without messing them up so that you can at least see what they look like when they're all colored, because it makes all the difference. I also add some stripes when it's colored. It's just that now I don't want to do it right away because you'll just see all the pencil marks and stuff like that. I forgot to do this little guy's eyes. It's like giving this guy a little heart. I feel like he would be so much cuter with a little heart. Okay, let's color these guys in. Trying to get some actual good colors for these guys. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that'll work. So I'm making lines so that we can fill in the other parts like that. That works. What's good is that the thickness of these markers will help me determine the thickness of the cactus lines. In a way. I don't want to go over my cheek or my heart. You can pass over after to make it blend better. See how well these pens work? I just love them. This is where pre-recording videos helps, because at this point I could just fast forward. You guys would get to see the end much quicker. It doesn't matter if I went over the eye a little bit, because the black of the eye is going to be much darker, so I'll be able to cover that. I just don't want to go over parts where, like the cheeks, where it's red. That would really show. So now we've got this cute little line. Now we gotta do the same thing with the baby. Oh gosh, now I have baby shark in my head. I can't even use the word baby anymore without that song coming in my head. Does that happen to you guys? Drives me crazy. you guys. I don't want you to be bored. Again, please tell me in comments if you want me to skip the whole coloring part and just stick with drawings. Then maybe we could do like a follow-up live stream where I can just show you all of the colored drawings separately. I can go ahead and do that. Just please leave it in the comments, because otherwise I have no idea what makes you guys happy. And I want to adjust my videos so that they're as fun as possible for you guys. So please don't be shy. Let me know in the comments what you want. Okay. We're finally done with our stripes, which was the longest part to do. We can get a nice little color for our flower pot. Just trying to make it like one of those sort of like terracotta colors. Like to do like one of those lines here to make it look like there's that little border casting a shadow. A little bit of shadows here as well on the edges. Let's make his heart the same color as the terracotta. Let's make the flower the same color. Has little bangs as well. Maybe not the cheeks. Let's make the cheeks a little bit. It's almost the same color, just a little bit darker. And now our outlines. I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. So if ever I get out of the lines, I apologize in advance. I have to go back and fill in his cheeks with another color. I'm just not really sure what color to use since he's already red. Hardly pressing when I don't want it to seep in. See why I wanted to color this in for you guys. It's just not the same when you don't color it in. You don't see how cute these drawings can be. It's just penciled. They're kind of like, eh. But then when you see them colored, it just becomes so cute. So satisfying. Would you guys like it if I put background music? Or do you like the silence of drawing and just hearing the pen on the paper? You can let me know in the comments, please. All right. So these little guys are done, except for my cheeks. I guess we can give them like really dark maroon sort of cheek. Yeah, that's actually pretty cute. Maybe I should make his heart this color too. Ooh. All right. So that just about finishes this cute cactus tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're leaving now, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you will get a prize at the end of the month and you're automatically entered into my monthly contest for all sorts of art materials, really cool prizes. Trust me, whoever wins, please maybe do a follow-up video so that people know that I actually give these prizes away. If you are the winner, really just do that little video and show people what you got. Okay, our next drawing is going to be the cute bread tutorial. Cute bread tutorial. Who would think that bread could be so cute? But it can. Okay, we're gonna start with an oval shape. Again, we're gonna do our shape before we do our shape. All right. So that is my oval shape right there. Simple enough, right? Next thing you want to do is you are going to want to do a square or a triangle. So you start here, go down. You know what? I'm actually going to use my ruler. That way I'm not going to bore you guys with my horrible lines. Go down, and let's make him a little shorter so that he looks a little fatter. I like my cartoon characters to be a little round. And now you can go ahead and erase your extra lines here and here. So you can see that we got our basic bread shape just by doing our oval and our rectangle. Now, what you're gonna do, we have this guy right here. You're gonna go and round this section off just a little bit so that it doesn't look so like cut and dry. So you're just gonna go and see, just a tiny little bit. And here, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Okay. And this guy, just a little bit as well, so that it's not such a rough edge. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because these are little cartoon characters and there's no precision. We're not doing architecture or anything like that. So you saw that I did my square, my rectangle, I stopped it here because I wanted my little guy to look a little fat. But if you wanted him to look longer and thinner, you could go down more. So I'm satisfied with this shape. And now, if you've seen my avocado tutorial, you see that we did a second line. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. So at about this distance, you're going to go ahead and redo this shape, but at about this distance, okay? All around. So you just follow your other line and try to keep that consistent distance the best that you can. And if they're not equal, it really doesn't matter. No one is judging you because you're not doing it in a video. Whoops. See how I just did that? It's harder for me to do this side. There we go. All right. And then from here, it gets pretty easy. We're going to give him a little strawberry friend. So you're going to start here. And you're going to go out like that. Whoop, back in. That's the shape of your strawberry. I can go ahead and erase now. And we're going to give him some little branches, I guess. You know, you always have that little thing on the top of a strawberry. Not really sure what term it is, what you call those. And then let's give him a little stem that's coming out. And he's going to have his little eyes later on. Now let's give them all some arms. So just a little whoop, a little whoop. He gets to have his little arms too. He's like, yay, I'm coming out of the toast head. I'm a happy strawberry. Little hearts for hands. Let's give him some little feet too. So just a little whoop, a little whoop. And for the feet, we'll give him little shoes. So it's a straight line like that. And then you're just gonna like that and whoop. This little shoe is bigger than the other. Now, how simple was that? Now let's do our guides for our eyes. I mean, you might not need to, but it really helps me. Like because otherwise I feel like I'm doing random circles and then one circle can be bigger than the other. It doesn't look quite right. to do a square. Maybe a little bit more here. Okay, so there's my basic guide for my eyes. And now I'm gonna do like I always do, and do my circle. Our little highlights. We're gonna give him his little mouth. Kind of looks like a mustache, like a Houdini mustache. His little mouth and our little cheeks that I always start in the middle of that guide. And now let's give him some eyes. Going to try to make them as equal as I can. Without guides this time. His eyes are so small you can hardly even see the highlights. All right, so now let's erase these guys. Let's erase our guides. And then we're going to try to do some fast coloring for once so that you guys can see the finished product without sitting here for an hour watching me color. Can't see this off here. There we go. Okay. I have my bread color from earlier. I always say that I'm not going to color these guys in and waste your time, but then after that I do it because it just looks so much cuter when they're colored in. If you're just joining now, and if you're not, I'm really sorry to repeat myself, but I do want everyone to know, please subscribe to my channel because every subscriber gets a free gift. The free gifts are sent once a month. When you subscribe, you're also entered into the grand drawing, which is worth $250 minimum. And in these drawings, you can win original artworks signed by me. You can also win some art kits, some markers, some encaustic materials, all sorts of really, really, really cool stuff. And if you are the winner, please, please, please make a follow-up video, your unboxing of your gifts, and tag me in them, because this shows people that I really do give these things away, that I'm legit. And it's also fun for me to watch your reaction when you open up your gifts. Oh, yeah, really nice red for the strawberry. So all you have to do is subscribe. And when you subscribe, you are automatically entered into my contest, and you will automatically receive your free surprise gift. It's a nice little red. Let's use that for his cheeks too. We want a darker brown for our crust. See how good these pens go? You can just like press, and then you're almost filling in this entire space. Just because I'm pressing a little harder, it flattens out this brush pen, this brush marker. So you don't have all of those lines. You know, with the thinner markers, oftentimes you have like, you're trying to go and it makes all these lines. It doesn't look as good. Where it overlaps. Oops. Now for our black. And do our little, our arms, our heart hands, this little guy. I always love filling in the eyes because I feel like once the eyes are filled in, they have so much more character, more personality, and they look so much cuter than when they were just penciled. It makes all the difference to see like the little light spots in the eyes against the dark. Like, how much different does that look? Just love those little guys. Oh, I got to do my green. You're probably like, what are you doing, lady? You forgot to do the green. Oh no. I'm sure in some of these videos I probably forget to do some parts. So if ever that happens, leave it in the comments. I really do like to read your comments. It's always a lot of fun. Can't say I love the mean comments though. Sometimes some people write the weirdest stuff. The other day I had 2 people write to me that my video was fake. And I was like, are you serious, people? I do not use any sort of AI. It's all me, all my drawings, all my paintings. So I totally did not get the comments. I wish I understood why they said that. But I was a tiny bit offended. Especially that it takes me a long time to make these videos for you guys. So it's like, don't be a hater. Appreciate. Give me some love. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to take a break now, go have a coffee because I've been sick all week and I need a little caffeine boost. Please subscribe, like, share, do whatever you want. Write me some comments, send me some love. Tell me if I could have done anything differently. I really love hearing your suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can be eligible to win my grand prize drawing coming up very soon. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.